So I want you to get comfortable first. I'll give you a minute. And this particular video, I am going to be talking about books that can help you become a better version of your own self, little by little, by understanding certain things about you. These books are not about you fixing your morning routine or fixing your habits. They're just going to give you that confidence that you'd want to get those habits done, or you'd want to fix those things in your life, because I feel like everything in life is emotional. Okay, for you to go to the gym is an emotional feeling. For you to eat healthy is an emotional thing. For you to do anything in life is emotional. So I have got 5 books here, but are one of the oldest books that I have read, and I'm still expanding on this list. But these are some of the books that really made me understand me as a person, that can help you understand yourself as a person, if that really makes sense. So all these books will be linked down below in the description, and you can buy the books. You know, if you want, you can follow my link, which will literally give me a commission for recommending the books, or you can just go off Amazon and buy the books yourself if you prefer to do it that way. It's a choice. If you do not know who I am and this is your first time seeing me, and for some reason the algorithm on YouTube has recommended my video to you, saying that maybe you'd love this video, you are welcome. If you typed in your search on YouTube to say, you know what, I'm looking for books that would literally help me and give me comfort, you're welcome. If you went on Google, or for some reason a friend, or you know, ChatGPT, from what I've heard, has been recommending my videos to people, you're absolutely welcome. My name is 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀𝐌𝐈𝐄𝐑. I do read self-help books. I like to call myself a serious self-help book reader that reads all the books that are in self-help. I take all the knowledge and I channel all that knowledge and share it with you and tell you what I think about the book, my opinions, and what I think about the knowledge that's been written in the book, whether it's worth it or not. But my opinion is my opinion. You can make your own judgment. Remember that. Question everything. Don't take everything as a literal thing, okay? Let us get started. The first book here is Everyday Confidence. Now, this book is by Nick and Eva Speckman, and this book was the first book I ever read in confidence. Now, I highlighted this book true all over the place. This book made me understand so many things when it comes to confidence. And it says here that confidence comes from a Latin word, fidere, which means to trust. Confidence is how capable you feel and how much you trust in your abilities when performing a task, and this can understandably vary from situation to situation. Okay, the book in itself says that we are beautiful, as confident and as intelligent as the most words we choose to describe ourselves. You know who you are. What are you? How do you describe yourself? Okay, it says as well that in order to move on with confidence, it is important that you accept yourself. The reason as to why I say this book is a very good book when it comes to confidence, it not only talks about situations about yourself, it talks about situations that you have been in. For example, an abusive ex, because you know, when you're in an abusive relationship, it kills your confidence. And they say, because they are a married couple that wrote this book, it says, in order for you to move on with confidence, it is important that you expect that your abusive ex did not behave in the way they did because of you. They were an abuser or a bully before you met them, and nothing you did made them that way. You know, that notion of feeling that they are abusing me, or they have become like this because I made them this way. I made mistakes. I didn't listen to them. I was not the perfect person. I was not the perfect boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever situation it was. It's just a very warm hug when you read this book, and it makes you understand so many things when it comes to, you know, confidence. For example, judgment. For example, parents. For example, school. Every single thing. It is a very good book, and I know this book has helped countless people to build back their confidence. For example, when it comes to judgment, it says the fear of judgment in most cases is a reflection of your own insecurities. Your anticipation of judgment is based on you expecting to fail or to humiliate yourself. But as we have established, you are not a mind reader. You cannot know what others are thinking or feeling. So your fear of someone judging you is actually based on you judging yourself. Oh my God. Did you get that? Okay, cool. So that is my number 1 book. Number 2 is The 4 Agreements. This is by John Miguel Rios, and I've talked about this book before, but I don't understand, or you guys underestimate the power of this book. This book is so small, and it talks about these things that I feel like everybody should abide with. And let me read the 4 agreements that are here. So the agreements in here, it says, impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumption. Always do your best, you know. I was holding myself back from highlighting the whole entire book. If I can zoom in here, as far as I can ever get, and if you can see how much I was stopping myself from highlighting this book, you would say wow, because I literally highlighted this book this much, because it debunks a lot of things that we believe within ourselves. For example, it says it was not your choice to speak English. You didn't choose your religion or your moral values. They were already there before you were born. We never had the opportunity to choose what to believe or what not to believe. We never chose even the smallest of these arguments. We didn't even choose our own name. Okay, so it's sort of telling you the way you were born, what you speak, what you do is not a choice that you made. It's a choice that was made for you. It says the book of law that rules our mind without question, whatever it is, that book of law is our truth. Your book of law is your truth, okay? We base all our judgments according to the book of law. That book of law are the things that you have created that are your own laws in your own life that are literally maybe destroying you. You say, he says that even if these judgments go against our inner nature, we don't care, because we were born with a certain religion or certain, language or certain area or certain, beliefs. It does not matter. It's the book of law that you have to abide with, whether it's wrong or correct. That's why a lot of people defend things that they don't even have knowledge about, but because they have been told so from a younger age. So it breaks down so many things that it's a healing book. It's literally healing. For example, be impeccable with your word. It's like be a person of your word, not a person of your word to other people because you made a promise, but a person of your word because you made a promise to yourself, because you said something to your own self. So it says, why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. The Gospel of John in the Bible, speaking of the creation of the universe, says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word is God. Don't be scared about the fact that he's talking about something religious if you're not a religious person. I do understand this because obviously I'm a religious person, okay? Through the word you express your creative power. It is through the word that you manifest everything, regardless of what language you speak, okay? Your intent manifests through your word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will manifest through your word. That is literally telling you the power of the tongue. Your tongue manifests things in your life. The things you speak come to life. The things that you say about yourself come to life. Sometimes we say negative things about other people, but those things are literally feeding back to your soul. You say something negative, it feeds you. Why is it when you say fuck you to someone else, it doesn't relieve you like, oh, I feel good? You still feel a burden within your heart, something heavy. It doesn't do any good because it comes back to you. So it's just a very, very, very good book. You have to go through all the other arguments to understand everything. For example, it says here, everything is alive and changing all the time. So your best will sometimes be high quality and other times it will be not as good. When you wake up refreshed and energized in the morning, your best will be better than you when you're tired at night. Your best will be different when you're healthy as opposed to sick, or sober or opposed to drunk. Your best will depend on whatever you're feeling, wonderful, happy or upset, angry or jealous. I cannot recommend you this book as much as I have said so many things. Very good book. Next book is one of those things that so many of us are afraid to literally talk about. So many of us are afraid to express. And the book is Toxic Parents, Overcoming Their Hurtful Legacy and Reclaiming Your Life. We've been conditioned that you must love your parents. You must do everything they say. If you don't, then it is literally living out of your own comfort. And the funny thing is that in the Bible it says that you have to respect your parents in order to have the blessings in life, something like that. But you don't understand that it gets to a situation whereby you as a person, you have tried your best. You have done the very best. So this book helps you understand if you're going through that situation, don't be ashamed and embarrassed to say that, you know what, my parents are not for me, because you don't choose them. The fact that they gave life to you, it doesn't guarantee that they are going to be the best people ever. They are also human beings, And here it says that our parents plant mental and emotional seeds in us, seeds that grow us as we do. In some families, they are seeds of love, respect, and independence. But in many others, they are seeds of fear, obligation, or guilt. Okay? If you belong to this second group, this book is for you, literally telling you anything to do with your childhood. Then it also says here that no parent can be emotionally available all the time. It is perfectly normal for your parents to yell at their children once in a while. All parents occasionally become too controlling, and most parents spank their children, even if rarely. Do these lapses make them cruel or unsuitable parents? So then you go on and then it explains and debunks everything. It's really a good book, and don't be embarrassed to say that I don't get along with my parents, I'm not okay with my mom, I'm not okay with my dad, I'm not okay with my uncles. It's okay to say those things, because it is your healing and you deserve to heal. You don't deserve to go through a cycle in life. Okay, very good. The next one is Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? I cannot speak so much about this book than I have already spoken. This book is like therapy in one. I loved this book. I talked about this book. I literally gifted this book to a couple of people. I highlighted this book. I could not believe that I was having this book for free. I could not believe that I was having this type of therapy for free without even paying a dime for it. This is just how, okay, this is, you know how much I hate, guys, paperbacks. They're not for me. The ones where the papers go off. Anyway, we've gone off track. But what I want to say here is, like, she says, how we think is not the whole picture. Everything we do and don't do influences our mood too. When you feel down, all you want to do is hide away. You don't feel like doing any of the things you normally enjoy, and so you don't. But disengaging from those things for not too long makes you feel even worse. The loop also occurs with our physical state. Let's say you have been too busy to exercise for a few weeks. You feel tired and in a low mood, so exercise is the last thing you want to do. The longer you avoid the exercise, the more you feel lethargic and low on energy. When you are low on energy, the chance of exercising goes down along with your mood. Low gives, and the urge to do things makes the mood worse. As you carry on reading the book, it's going to give you the best hugs that you can experience. Here it says, lots of people face incredible hardships in their lives. We don't want to add to that burden by setting the impossible standard of only producing positive thoughts in terrible times. That is likely to add some self-criticism into the mix when they realize they cannot do and start to think in a personal kind of way. And what I got from this book, it literally says that when someone is not okay, when someone is in a bad mood, when someone is not feeling well, don't tell them it's gonna be okay. Don't tell them it's all fine, it's all good. It's not fine, it's not good. Don't say that thing. You're forcing them to be okay when they are not okay. If they are not okay, they are not okay. Don't force that onto them. Okay, it's literally that, and that is what it is, and we should take it for what it is. Okay, just be there and tell them, when you're ready to talk to me, I'm here. And just give them the comfort, and not always tell them that there's light at the end of the tunnel, I've got you, all those kind of things. Let's forget about that. Okay. And the last book on the list is literally Girl Boss. I've read this book so far that you can even see how old this book is. Like, this book is by Sophia Amoruso. She is the founder of Nasty Girl. I don't know if she is still now, because a lot of companies do sell, and everything goes on. So there is a Netflix series of this particular book, and I watched this series and I loved this series. I loved it so much. It doesn't have as much detail as the book, but this book is really good. It shows you how you can come from nothing, like, struggling, wearing things or getting things from vintage, shoplifting, living in some weird kind of apartment and trying to figure out life, and also being that person that is building a company, building the odds of being a woman and building a company, and how she talks about things that she's learned along the way. For example, be prepared. Some of us want success, but you're not prepared for when that success comes. A lot of the times we do things saying, I want to blow, I want to become as big, I want to become as famous, but let me tell you the honest truth that I have learned the hard way. Okay, as you're craving that success, as you want that money, as you want to grow as big as you can, start preparing a lot of things, so when you blow up, you know what follows. Because if you don't know what follows, you crumble and you fall and you run away because you've not handled yourself properly. So now is your preparation time to prepare yourself so well in these times whereby you're not so big, not lots of people are seeing you. You're preparing yourself, because you could be on TikTok shop and maybe you can have a product and talk about this product and it's so good that you get a lot of numbers of people that want it, but you don't have a website, you don't have a link, you don't have inventory that is enough. You haven't prepared yourself for that time when that happens. But also you have to be realistic with certain things. Okay, so prepare yourself. So this book is a very good book when it comes to Girl Boss. Literally, I remember when I did a series long time ago, years ago, about Girl Boss. I think that's how I landed on this book, and I absolutely love it. I don't know if the series is still on Netflix, but you can always have a look and check. So it's one of those books that I definitely recommend you to pick up. So this is where we end, and this is where I conclude and tell you those are the books I can share with you. Let me know if you've read these books, what you think, and if you're going to pick up any of these books. I feel like these books will give you a good start this month and will allow you to become a better you emotionally, so you can be there in a physical form for whoever it is. Because If you want to wake up early in the morning, go to the gym, exercise, eat healthy, journal, and do all those things, your emotions need to be intact. If you're not confident within yourself, it's very difficult for you to even actually go to the gym. If you're not confident within yourself, it's very hard for you to be successful or to, want more or to go for that promotion. So understanding your emotional well-being is so important. That's why I've recommended these books, and you can read them and you can tell me what you think about them. But apart from that, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me when you do that, because it literally says a thank you to me for creating these videos. But yeah, apart from that, have a lovely day, and let me know if you pick up any of these books. I would love to know. Okay, share with me. Let's interact and let's build a community. Until next time, my name remains Lucy Akao, and goodbye.